Okay, we're going to go into our settings around creating progress invoices. So account and settings, we come down here to sales, and it's a very simple preference actually, but we need to see what the result is. So first I'm going to turn it off, which means we do not create multiple partial invoices from a single estimate. So let's take a look at what that means. Okay, I'm going to come in here and go to New Estimate. I'll show you a couple navigational ways to get here. Let's go ahead and create an estimate for our new project. Okay. And we can make it a sub-customer under Adams Marjorie. All right, down below here, I'm going to add in a couple of different things. So first, let me go ahead and add in some hours. So I'm going to say 25 hours at $100 an hour. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a new inventory product. So Part A, I'm not going to give it a SKU, and it's going to go under the category of small parts. Initial quantity on hand is going to be 800, which is not, let me be very clear, we never want to put initial quantity on hand when we're setting up an item because it's going to make an adjustment on our books and we should be receiving those items in. But I'm just doing it for right now and say save and close. Okay, and we're going to say 10 of these parts at $50 each. I could have set that up at the item level, of course, but go ahead and say save. Okay, so this is just an estimate. An estimate does not affect your books at all. It's just what it sounds like, an estimate. So one of the things on the estimate, of course, you can make it pending, accepted, closed, rejected. I'm going to go ahead and mark it accepted. Who did I accept it? I did, because I'm also the customer, and we're going to say as of today. So then we're going to, let me click save. We're going to go ahead and create our invoice from here. Now notice when I created the invoice, it just carried everything forward for me, okay? And I could modify this, of course, but it's not going to maintain what has already been billed and not been billed. Okay, so I'm not going to save that for now. Let's go back to our gear, account and settings, sales, and turn on progress invoicing. Then when I come out again, so I'm going to navigate a different way. I'm going to go to customers, come down to my new project build, and do a new estimate. Okay, so I could have gone there. Actually, let me go back to new project build. Whoops. Customers, new project build, and transaction list, and pull up the estimate here. Now when I go in, so same thing, 25 at 100. 25 quantity, 100 rate, 10 quantity, 50 rate. When I go in and create my invoice, it's going to pop up a different box. So it's going to say, do you want to invoice for the entire estimate? I can do that. Then it's going to say, do you want to invoice for a percentage of each line? So I can say 50%, 25%. So it's just going to do the calculation quickly and easily for me. Or we can do a custom amount for each line. And let me show you what that looks like. So I can go ahead and create the invoice. Now down below here, notice what it does is it says that we have 0 of $2,500 invoiced. Okay, so it doesn't do it based on a quantity. It does it based on the amount due, total amount due. Okay, here too, due of $500, not based on the quantity, based on the total amount due. Now I can come in and open up my estimate and take a look at it and see, right, what was on the original estimate, which quantities, but it doesn't carry that forward here. So then I can choose to do a fixed amount or a percentage. So I'm going to say I'm going to bill for 15% of this one, and then I'm going to bill for, let me do an amount on here, so 250 of that one, and say save, whoops, save, invoice was saved, perfect. Now when I go back to my estimate again, okay, on my estimate it tells me the amount invoiced, $375, and then $250, and the amount remaining. Then I can go in and create my invoice for the amount remaining, custom amounts, etc. So I'm just going to go ahead and say amount remaining, and then say save. Okay. And now when I go in and take a look at my estimate, it's marked as closed automatically because we've invoiced for the entire amount, right? The lines are marked as closed because we've invoiced for the entire amount, and we can move ahead. So again, that's Progress Invoicing, and you can do the settings to turn it on or off in here under Sales.